things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail.
Good morning, friends, and welcome to TV8's Good Morning Vail for Monday, June 7th, 2021. I'm one of your hosts, Eric Sundblad, alongside Maddie Evans on a gorgeous Monday morning. A little bit chilly today, but as the weather's going to show us, that's not going to stick around. So if you're shivering a bit this morning, don't worry, you're going to be warming up soon. How you doing this morning, Maddie?
I am good. I was a little bit chilly walking out the door this morning in my dress, but it is already starting to get warmer, and it's going to be, like you said, a beautiful day today.
Beautiful day to get outside. Beautiful weekend we just had, too. I really enjoyed those evening thunderstorms on both Saturday and yesterday night. I feel like it was raining late into the evening last night. I kept hearing what sounded like rain. Was I just dreaming rain? Did it actually happen?
I think there was a little bit of rain. I didn't see very much of it where I was. I saw maybe a 15-minute shower that was like pretty hard for that 15 minutes, and then it was gone coming down from Beaver Creek yesterday afternoon. So
okay. Did you bring B up there?
Did not bring B up there. B is on a very strict, like, mellow regimen right now. The double ear infection is just keeping her quiet.
So you had weekend of puppy problems.
A weekend of puppy problems. Yep, serious dog mom life. Double ear infections. It's so horrible. So make sure if you're taking your dog to the rivers, you're cleaning out their ears fully. She plays too hard. She does some somersaults. So just got to keep her nice and mellow for the next few days.
Yep. So Maddie's got a great Pyrenees, so she's a big girl, and I guess plays a little rough. But you do bring up a great point on the river and floppy ears. If your dogs have floppy ears, make sure to give them a nice cleaning with a little paper towel, maybe some hydrogen peroxide in there if you're starting to see some brown build up. That'll kill any gunk and make sure they don't get any stinky ears. You don't want dogs with stinky ears.
You don't want dogs with stinky ears, and this ear infection, it is stinky.
It's the real deal.
Yeah. It is super stinky. Eric, you had some entertaining things to do this weekend.
I did. As we're getting going here with the brand new TV8, I am starting a new show called The Scoreboard and covering more local high school sports. And so, it was a busy weekend in local sports. On Friday, we had Vail Mountain School lacrosse. Yesterday was Sunday. Saturday, we had a doubleheader in Battle Mountain Huskies baseball. So plenty of fun sports going on. This is really the last week of high school sports and, of course, the week of the mountain games. Holy moly. So we've got GoPro mountain games starting up this Thursday. We're going to have all that great information for you. Big time coverage of the GoPro mountain games all week long. We've got some great guests on today's Good Morning Vail as well.
We do. We're super excited. So if you're looking for something maybe to do this summer, or maybe if you want to try some new activities, because I grew up here, and I've never been a big person to get out on the water, but Timberline Tours is going to be here to give us some information, and maybe that's something I want to do this summer.
It's definitely worth it if you haven't tried it. They're a great guide operation, so they're going to take care of everything for you. You're not going to be stranded out there trying to figure out how to paddle. They give you plenty of great instruction.
Yeah, it's the temperature of the
cold
water. Yeah.
Well, they make dry suits. So you could put on this big dry suit, kind of like, those old 1940s scuba suits. Get a big bubble on your head and just kind of hang out. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I think that we just need to do that for that experience solely then.
Maybe a rosé straw instead of an oxygen tank. Bring the whole thing together.
Perfect. Wow, you're speaking my language.
Yeah, that's what we do. Good connection.
Yeah.
We're also going to have Brooke Richards from Antler and Rose on, a really unique women's shopping kind of personalized venue that's opening up in Eagle. Excited to learn more about that. They focus on small businesses, specifically women-owned businesses, as well as small batch clothing made here in the States, I believe.
Yeah, I was reading on their website. I'm a big Levi's girl. They've got some really nice vintage Levi's. So if you're looking for some jeans in the Valley, this is going to be the place to go.
All right. Excited to take a look at Antler and Rose. But first, let's take a break and come back with a look at your local weather.
I'm Clinton Griffiths, the host of Ag Day Television. Get the latest news about crops, livestock, rural living, and so much more from our award-winning team. Follow the food you eat from the field to the store to your table every day, because what's happening on the farm matters to you and your family. Watch Ag Day weekdays.
For fun and adventure, join me on Elizabeth Stanton's Great Big World. Find out where I'll be going next and which celebrities I'll be bringing along with me. I'll show you amazing destinations with lots to explore, and you'll get to know my celebrity guests the way they really are, up close and personal. We'll travel the world, experience new cultures, and together, try to make a difference. I'm Elizabeth Stanton, saying the world's a big place, and I'm going to show it to you.
Follow your favorite extreme sports athletes with the Telly Award-winning show, The Line. If you're an adrenaline junkie and need a daily dose of base jumping, skydiving, highlining, biking, kayaking, and more, then look no further. We've got you covered. Catch JT Holmes, Andy Lewis, Cam Zink, and many more extreme sport athletes here on The Line. Check your local listings for more information.
Welcome to Street Magic. I'm Elizabeth Stanton with some of the most terrifying stunts, extraordinary extreme escapes, and the most amazing cutting-edge magicians you'll ever see in one show. Get ready to have your mind turned inside out. The hand is definitely quicker than the eye.
It's fake!
As Eric and I were just talking about, it was slightly chillier first thing this morning when I was walking out the door at 5:45. It was pretty brisky out, but now we are seeing those temperatures warm up. 55 degrees is going to be the temperature around 8 a.m., so we are going to see them warm up quite a bit, almost 80 degrees for the high today. A 10% chance of precipitation. Hopefully we start to see those afternoon showers more and more frequently, only because we could definitely use that moisture. A low of 47 degrees tonight with a 15% chance of rain as we go into this evening. That sun is going to be setting around 8:32, so if you're going to get out and do anything, make sure that you catch that sunset. Last night on Nottingham Lake, it was absolutely incredible. They're doing concerts on Sunday, so just make sure that you get out and you check those out as we take a look around the state of Colorado. Denver, 89 degrees, a 15% chance of moisture. Vail, 79, 15% chance of moisture. Avon, a little bit cooler, 1 degree cooler here in Avon, 78 degrees with only that 10% chance of precipitation. And then down in Eagle, they're going to see those temperatures way warmer, 85 degrees with a 5% chance of moisture. As we take a look ahead into the next 5 days, it looks like for GoPro games, we are going to see some absolutely incredible weather. Tomorrow we are expected to see maybe a higher chance of moisture with that 40% chance of precipitation in the forecast. And then into Wednesday and Thursday, beautiful sunshine up into the 80s. And then as we approach the weekend, we are going to see that 83 degrees on Saturday. So make sure that if you are getting out to do anything, you're prepared. You have your sunscreen, but you also have that rain jacket just packed away with you. All right, we're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to see what you could do on the river with Timberline Tours.
It's the fastest half hour in television. Toyota's Race Week takes you inside the high-speed world of NASCAR. Go behind the scenes for a look into the high adrenaline world of motorsports and hear from your favorite drivers as they discuss the drive to a championship. If you love NASCAR, you won't want to miss Toyota's Race Week.
Each week on The Tech Show, you can look forward to the latest in technology and how you can use it too. We'll also chat with leading experts, and you'll find out if the latest gadget will take my money or not. Don't miss The Tech Show. Tech your local listings.
Welcome to Street Magic. I'm Elizabeth Stanton with some of the most terrifying stunts, extraordinary extreme escapes, and the most amazing cutting-edge magicians you'll ever see in one show. Get ready to have your mind turned inside out. The hand is definitely quicker than the eye.
It's fake.
I'm Tyne Morgan, host of U.S. Farm Report, a weekend tradition since 1975. I invite you to join us each week as we shine a light on agriculture today and the great way of life that can only be found in rural America. Our team travels the roads less taken to give you a unique perspective on an industry that is rooted in incredible diversity. Come along for the ride as we showcase how farming and ranching isn't just a profession, it's a way of life.
Welcome aboard! Bobby Laurie and Nikki Noya have your ticket to everything you need for an on-the-go lifestyle. Grab your boarding pass. It's time to jet set.
Well, Eagle Valley offers a plethora of fun activities to do, and I'm excited to have something that, you know, we haven't really brought on a ton of in the past of Good Morning Vail. So I really want to open our viewers' eyes to this really incredible activity, and that's guided river rafting with the best in the business, operating for 51 years, Timberline Tours. We've got Anthony McCoy in the studio. Anthony, thank you so much for joining us, my dude.
Oh, I'm excited to be here. It's really cool to get a chance to chat to you guys and give you a little bit of update on the 2021 season.
Yeah, absolutely, man. When did you guys really start throwing boats down?
We started with a little bit of training in mid-May, and Memorial Weekend typically kicks off the summer for us. So right now we're in the full swing of things. We got all our bases open, everything's operational, and we're on the river. We're on the river today.
So you worked the kind of winter kinks out Memorial Day weekend, and things are running smoothly now.
Exactly. You have that little lull after the winter, just a chance to get to the desert, then get back out here, and then start hitting it.
So give me an idea of what rafting is like down Glenwood Canyon.
So Glenwood Canyon is quite a special place. As you come into the canyon, you got this mix of your complete sort of float trip, really mellow, and then there's a little dam halfway through, and then beyond that you have all the rapid sections kind of picks up. So the rafting that we do in the canyon, you got the perfect combination for your family-friendly trip, where you got some excitement in the beginning, and a little bit of float chill stuff after that. It's really the ideal little mix of a little bit of everything for everybody.
And I would imagine Glenwood Canyon specifically has to be a fairly unique sort of rafting environment. You know I have a lot of friends that have tried to go rafting in Grand Canyon, but permits are just years out for that. And just that feeling of being surrounded by big, tall rock walls. It's something that really Glenwood Canyon's kind of the only place around here that can give you that kind of enclosed feeling and just next to those sheer rock walls, right?
Exactly. It's, you got nearly over 1,000 foot in places of, granite mixing up into limestone cliffs all the way straight up. You've got the forest in between. It's really a beautiful, beautiful place. And to have the Colorado River, the biggest river in the whole Southwest, cranking right through there is pretty cool.
Now, I know we've kind of been concerned about snow levels recently, but how is that impacting the river and the water levels?
So we kind of missed out on the spring highs. So our May flows would normally be really high, which honestly in Glenwood Canyon is a typical year is too high for us to run anyway. We'd normally start running there around mid-June or so. This year, we didn't get the highs, and we were about 10 days ahead of schedule.
Okay.
So we would be on a normal year. Our flows are what it would be 10 days from now.
Okay.
The beauty of Glenwood Canyon is that we can actually raft that year round. It runs the whole year.
Yeah, you were telling me about that time you went out there in January. You recommend that?
I don't recommend going in January. I've done it once, and get to tick that little box, and don't go back to that one again.
Before the show, we were also talking about Glenwood Canyon, specifically how consistent it is. So it's a fairly controlled river level due to various dams?
That's correct. You know, the Colorado River is the most regulated river in the world. We supply the entire Southwest with all their water supply. So it is managed really well. There are lots of reservoirs that capture that water throughout the year, and then they release it on a more consistent level. So we can run Shoshone without any hassle at any time, which is fantastic.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And we just pulled up a video of kind of your operation here. So give us a rundown of what a trip down the Shoshone is like from start to finish with Timberline.
So that's our base right there. You know, we show up at the boathouse. We have all the gear for you. If it's a cool, cold day, we've got the wetsuits, the splash jackets, the neoprene booties, the whole lot. And if it's a hot summer day, you know, just show up in your board shorts and some river shoes or, you know, full enclosed sandals, something like that. And we'll give you the life jacket, the helmet, the paddle. We head out to the river. We give you a full safety talk breakdown on the sort of what-if scenarios. And then once we get to the rapids themselves, we'll show you how to sit in the raft, how to paddle the raft, and you kind of jump right into it. You know, we push off, head on down, about 100 yards, the rapids start.
That quickly?
It's that quick, yeah.
Like
so we get you going from 0 to hero right off the bat. And then, boom, you're in the rapids. We got about 1.5 miles of pretty consistent Class 3 rapids. And then we hit Grizzly Creek, where we can either have the option of getting out, going back up and doing those rapids again, or if we've got the little ones, we can have them jump on and carry on floating down.
So Grizzly Creek is where it kind of mellows out a little bit.
Correct, yeah.
Okay.
So, we do have the kind of two different options there, which is fantastic. So you got that family that's got the young kids, the parents still want to have some fun. They come down the rapids with us, the kids right there with
Just
their life
waiting,
jacket on,
hanging
looking
out.
adorable, ready to jump on the raft.
Yeah, and which kind of led into my next question. If people aren't experienced on the river, you know, you're talking about various class levels of rapids that you're going through on the trip. But even if you've never been on a river, no rapid experience, still good.
It's totally good to come, you know. And Class 3 is a perfect intermediate, good starting level for your average person. You know, we'll take 8-year-olds down there. They can come through the rapids with us. So the little ones, you know, if they're less than 50 pounds, we're probably going to pick them up after the rapid section. And then they'll float down the rest. But for your average Joe, don't be afraid. Come on out.
Excellent.
It's
How
perfect.
long are we talking for a typical tour?
So we offer it in kind of half-day segments. You can either do morning trip or an afternoon trip. The morning trip will typically involve lunch as well. Early season, we're going to run through the rapids twice and then do about a 5-mile float through the canyon, just enjoying the spectacular Glenwood Canyon. And then we have this cool buffet-style lunch. For the afternoon trip, then we're going to just focus on the rapids and run those. But for everybody.
Excellent, man. Well, prime season right now to book with Timberline.
Oh, yeah.
Where's the best place to contact you guys to get the bookings, check out more videos and information?
Jump on our website, timberlinetours.com, or give our 800 number a call, or our local number if you're here, 970-476-1414. Our office staff will answer the phone and help you with any questions.
Awesome, man. Well, thank you so much for coming on, Anthony. Great chatting with you. Excited to kick off this, what should be a great river season.
Yeah, everybody have a fun time. The weather's beautiful right now. This is the best time of year. It's awesome.
Yeah, absolutely, dude. All right. Well, thanks a lot, Anthony. And tune in, stick around here on Good Morning Vail. We're going to come back. Maddie and I are going to give you some tips on local hiking trails.
I'm Clinton Griffiths, the host of Ag Day Television. Get the latest news about crops, livestock, rural living, and so much more from our award-winning team. Follow the food you eat from the field to the store to your table every day. Because what's happening on the farm matters to you and your family. Watch Ag Day, weekdays.
For For fun and adventure, join me on Elizabeth Stanton's Great Big World. Find out where I'll be going next and which celebrities I'll be bringing along with me. I'll show you amazing destinations with lots to explore, and you'll get to know my celebrity guests the way they really are, up close and personal. We'll travel the world, experience new cultures, and together, try to make a difference. I'm Elizabeth Stanton, saying the world's a big place, and I'm going to show it to you.
Follow your favorite extreme sports athletes with the Telly Award-winning show, The Line. If you're an adrenaline junkie and need a daily dose of base jumping, skydiving, highlining, biking, kayaking, and more, then look no further. We've got you covered. Catch JT Holmes, Andy Lewis, Cam Zink, and many more extreme sport athletes here on The Line. Check your local listings for more information.
Welcome to Street Magic. I'm Elizabeth Stanton with some of the most terrifying stunts, extraordinary extreme escapes, and the most amazing cutting-edge magicians you'll ever see in one show. Get ready to have your mind turned inside out. The hand is definitely quicker than the eye.
It's fake!
Man, that river rafting sounds pretty fun. Did Anthony convince you? Should we do some timber lining?
I think we should do some timber lining. I mean, I'm all about the adrenaline, so the short rapids is perfect.
Yeah, do you want to get on at Grizzly Creek, like he was saying, and just do the mellow float? Or
No, I want to do the
rapids.
rapids.
The whole rapids
yeah.
thing. Okay.
Yeah,
rad.
just the one time, just see how it is, get the cold splash, and then be like, all right, I'm here to just lounge now.
Yeah, maybe later this week when it's like 85 degrees and you're actually going to want to be feeling cold.
Yeah, I think so. Well, and for feeling cold, perfect solution, Nottingham Lake.
Segways! Here in Avon, we have just about a 2-minute walk away from the studio here in Central Avon. There is a massive lake. It's Lake Nottingham. It's actually fed from the Buck Creek River and a little bit of snowmelt. So it's a constantly circulating lake, so it's not going to get stagnant in the warm, hot summer days. So it's perfect for swimming. It's perfect for stand-up paddleboarding. There's actually a rental service right on the beach that you can rent some kayaks and some stand-up paddles. They've got the massive stand-up paddles that you can fit like 15 people on. Have you seen those guys?
Oh, for sure. Beatrice is a paddleboarder. Bea likes to be on the paddleboard, and so I have to make sure there's a lot of room.
Yeah, what paddleboard are you using for a 120-pound dog?
Whatever I can get my hands on.
Okay.
Yeah, always. But Nottingham is absolutely beautiful. The water is very clean, which is amazing. There's a beach section, so if you're looking to go and you want to watch your kids and you want everyone to be safe, that beach section is perfect. The sand is amazing. The water there is crystal clear. And I mean,
you're selling it like it's the Bahamas. Yeah?
I know, but you get to go and you sit on the beach and then you look up and Beaver Creek Mountain is right there and you're like, wow, this is the coolest beach I've ever been on.
It is gorgeous views.
Yeah.
It's good. But if lounging around is a little more of an after hike style for you, well, the best places to go hike, they are all over this valley. Starting in Vail, in East Vail, there's the Gore Creek Trailheads. Have you been around those?
Of course.
Yep, those are great. They're very shaded. They kind of parallel a bit of a Gore Creek there. So if you've got big furry dogs like Maddie and myself, they can cool off along the hike, and the hike is fairly shaded, which is great for them. Some big information about Vail trails, though, as I move westerly along I-70. Booths Falls Trailhead. That's a really popular one. We've all seen some great Instagram shots from Booths Falls. That trailhead parking, no longer open. So if you want to hike Booths Falls, you're going to need to take the in-town bus from Vail Village or Lion's Head and ride the East Vail line to get yourself to the Booths Falls Trailhead. You can't park at Vail Mountain School. You can't park right at the base anymore. And they're just doing that to try to reduce the overall foot traffic. I believe they've seen foot traffic increase by like 200% over the past couple years.
Yeah.
And it's just had a fairly negative impact on the trail in terms of things like dog poop bags and other refuse. I think they pulled out like over 1,000 pounds of trash from Booth Falls. So, we're just trying to reduce the impact on the overall trailhead this year. But that is a wonderful hike if you get a chance to do that. And then, of course, Minturn, Minturn has some of my favorite hikes out
Yeah,
there.
Lion's Head Rock, absolutely incredible, because once you make it to the top and you get to be on that rock, the overview of Minturn it makes me cry almost.
Oh,
I know, that's just like
such a great view.
Well, and it's like, that's home, you know?
Yeah.
Grew up there.
Yeah.
And then, of course, you can always do Meadow Mountain, which is absolutely amazing. That's where I like to go skinning in the winter, just because it's mellow. I know I'm going to be safe. And that's a great place to be as well.
Have you made it up to the Line Shack at the top of Meadow Mountain yet?
I made it to one of the shacks up there.
Okay.
I don't know if it's that one.
So Minturn used to be the lettuce capital of the world. So on Meadow Mountain, there's various shacks where they used to store all the lettuce. And there's one up at the very top that you can actually get into and kind of hang out for a little bit. It's a wonderful hike. And don't forget about Edwards, a little bit past Avon. The Berry Creek Trail, great time there. They've got a disc golf course right at the base of the Berry Creek Trail. It just kind of offers this nice, sunny, slow, kind of meandering walk.
Except for you skipped your daily hike.
Well, you know, Walking Mountain Science Center in Avon, which I give a ton of attention to. But if you are in Avon, Walking Mountain Science Center on the north side of the highway, they've got a great educational center at the base, so it's great for the kiddos. And then about a mile-long hike that actually gains about 1,000 feet in elevation. So it's a short, steep hike that gets you views from all across Vail Valley. You see the back of Game Creek Bowl. You can see all the way down to Edwards. It's good for a quarter day. If you just want to open your morning with a little bit of an athletic hike, it should only take you about half an hour to 45 minutes to get to the top. Just beautiful views from there.
And then you, of course, skipped Beaver Creek because the Beaver Lake Trail is absolutely beautiful. That hike is wonderful, kind of mellow-ish. So, yeah, you just got to be prepared for any of the hikes that you go on. No matter the length here, you need to make sure you have your water, your sunscreen, your rain jacket.
Especially in the afternoons.
Especially if you're hiking in the afternoons.
Yeah, 4:45. Always going to get a rainstorm.
Well, and then as we travel west just a little bit further past Edwards, one of my personal favorite hikes since I was a little girl is Hanging Lake because it's absolutely incredible. Hanging Lake made it through the fires last year. It is still going strong and it's beautiful.
It really is. That parking at Hanging Lake can be a little bit tricky. I believe you need to get a pass or reserve a spot there now.
I think it's reservation right now with just everything that has happened from last year.
Yeah.
So
from Vail all the way down to Hanging Lake near Glenwood Springs, there are a plethora of hiking trails. Make sure to check them all out. Stay safe out there. Like Maddie said, wear your sunscreen, get your rain jackets, and stick around. We'll come back, let you know if there's any rain in the forecast for today.
Each week on the Tech Show, you can look forward to the latest in technology and how you can use it too. We'll also chat with leading experts and you'll find out if the latest gadget will take my money or not. Don't miss the Tech Show. Check your local listings.
I'm Tyne Morgan, host of U.S. Farm Report, a weekend tradition since 1975. I invite you to join us each week as we shine a light on agriculture today and the great way of life that can only be found in rural America. Our team travels the roads less taken to give you a unique perspective on an industry that is rooted in incredible diversity. Come along for the ride as we showcase how farming and ranching isn't just a profession, it's a way of life.
Welcome aboard! Bobby Laurie and Nikki Noya have your ticket to everything you need for an on-the-go lifestyle. Grab your boarding pass. It's time to jet set.
Follow your favorite extreme sports athletes with the Telly Award-winning show, The Line. If you're an adrenaline junkie and need a daily dose of base jumping, skydiving, highlining, biking, kayaking, and more, then look no further. We've got you covered. Catch JT Holmes, Andy Lewis, Cam Zink, and many more extreme sport athletes here on The Line. Check your local listings for more information.
Well, we are officially in summer season here in Eagle County. Usually around July it starts to get quite warm here, but this year I think things are starting off a little bit earlier, and that is because of a sort of a low high pressure ridge mix that's blocking off any potential of moisture from getting to us. So for right now, we're starting things off at 55 degrees, about 5 to 10 degrees warmer than average, getting to be a high of 79, just a 10% chance of rain this afternoon, which mainly comes from the high altitude kind of storms that swirl all day and then potentially bring us some rain. So as I alluded to regarding the high pressure system, so right now there is some activity up here in the Pacific Northwest corner, but it's being blocked from getting to us by this low high pressure ridge mix that's just causing the jet stream to completely stall in terms of dripping any moisture down into the Colorado area. So right now we're being very determined by this southwestern flow of warm wind that's coming up from the Baja. So what that's causing is increased winds and increased heat. And essentially what that means is for the next week, maybe even beyond that, we are going to start seeing increasing temperatures, decreasing chance of precipitation, decreased humidity, higher winds, all of that adding up to an increase in potential for fires. So we're already at that time of year where it's time to start being cautious. If you're getting out to go camping, make sure that you're probably, actually not even to make sure, you're probably not going to be allowed to have fires out there camping as a result of this current weather that we're experiencing. So for the next week, expect temperatures to climb all the way up to 83 degrees by the time we get to Saturday, and things to be warm and dry. So get yourself over to Lake Nottingham to cool off, like Maddie and I were just talking about, and enjoy this warm weather. We're going to take another short break, come back and talk a bit about how dogs can help people cope with loneliness.
I'm Clinton Griffiths, the host of Ag Day Television. Get the latest news about crops, livestock, rural living, and so much more from our award-winning team. Follow the food you eat from the field to the store to your table every day, because what's happening on the farm matters to you and your family. Watch Ag Day weekdays.
For fun and adventure, join me on Elizabeth Stanton's Great Big World. Find out where I'll be going next and which celebrities I'll be bringing along with me. I'll show you amazing destinations with lots to explore, and you'll get to know my celebrity guests the way they really are, up close and personal. We'll travel the world, experience new cultures, and together, try to make a difference. I'm Elizabeth Stanton, saying the world's a big place, and I'm going to show it to you.
Follow your favorite extreme sports athletes with the Telly Award-winning show, The Line. If you're an adrenaline junkie and need a daily dose of base jumping, skydiving, highlining, biking, kayaking, and more, then look no further. We've got you covered. Catch JT Holmes, Andy Lewis, Cam Zink, and many more extreme sport athletes here on The Line. Check your local listings for more information.
Welcome to Street Magic. I'm Elizabeth Stanton with some of the most terrifying stunts, extraordinary extreme escapes, and the most amazing cutting-edge magicians you'll ever see in one show. Get ready to have your mind turned inside out. The hand is definitely quicker than the eye.
It's fake!
Well, we just experienced over the past year what loneliness can do to your psyche. And I know a lot of people adopted dogs over the course of the past year. Oh. And what a difference they can make in your life, right?
Oh my goodness. I mean, even just last night. Last night was my first time at the house completely by myself, and I wasn't alone because I had Beatrice, and thank God.
That really made a difference for you.
Oh my gosh, well, I'm such a baby, you know? And so I'm like, I don't want to be by myself. I don't like it. And I had Bea, and I felt safe, and I was like, okay, we're good. I live like way up in the mountains, so I'm worried about bears, and what would I do as a small human?
That's true, yeah. Anytime you've got a furry friend to kind of keep you company, that can really help raise your psyche, if you will.
Raise your psyche, and when you're going through a hard time, they're just always right there for you in a way that you can't even compare to anything else.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So let's take a look at how dogs can help people cope with loneliness.
Months of social distancing during this pandemic has left many of us feeling a bit lonely. It's taken an emotional toll on people of all ages, and a new study is taking a closer look at how therapy dogs can help, especially for older Americans who are experiencing loneliness. Here with a closer look at the power of the human-animal bond and the role our four-legged friends can play in easing loneliness is Dr. Angela Hughes, who is a veterinarian from Mars Pet Care, and Dr. Nancy G., Director of the Center for Human-Animal Interaction at Virginia Commonwealth University. Thank you, both of you, for being here today.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you.
Angela, how has the pandemic shed light on the problem of loneliness?
So even prior to the pandemic, loneliness was at epidemic levels. In fact, experts have equated it to roughly smoking 15 cigarettes a day in terms of its impact on our health. So it's quite serious. But the pandemic itself has exacerbated that further. And now 6 in 10 adults report feeling lonely since the start of the pandemic. And older adults in particular are impacted because of the high rates of infection and mortality. They've had to be extra careful and isolate themselves further from largely society.
Dr. G, how are older Americans vulnerable to loneliness, and what is the health impact?
So even outside the pandemic conditions, adults who are 60 years and older, 43% of them report feeling lonely. The pandemic obviously exacerbated that, as Angela points out, but a situation that's even worse is when older adults are hospitalized. When they go into the hospital for some kind of treatment, they're displaced from their social networks. The time that they're awake, they're actually typically physically inactive and socially isolated. 75% of them report feeling lonely. And loneliness itself is associated with a number of adverse mental and physical health outcomes, like an increased risk of depression and cardiovascular disease. We also find that people who are lonely are less willing to invest in their own rehabilitation process. So it's possible that loneliness actually negatively impacts recovery for those patients.
Angela, owning a pet comes with a lot of responsibilities, but are there other ways where people can spend time with animals to help alleviate their loneliness?
Yeah, so in many cases, companion animals can really be a nice replacement, at least on the short-term basis, for interactions with other people when we can't be close together. And in fact, evidence is mounting that shows that animal therapy programs, such as the Dogs on Call team at VCU Health that Nancy leads, can really positively impact people's mental health and even the physical health as well. Studies of patients going in for a major procedure who spent time with a therapy dog prior showed less fear and anxiety. And our healthcare workers, who are, stressed extremely right now and doing heroic stuff, spending 5 minutes with a therapy dog showed significant reductions in their cortisol levels, a stress hormone. So we have seen this across the board in helping people in all sorts of different circumstances. And so even if you can't have a pet in your own home, because it is a major responsibility, there may be other avenues that we can explore to provide this type of benefit to people.
Well, in only 5 minutes with a therapy animal, that's impressive. Dr. G, can you tell us more about the new study and how it will explore the effectiveness of interacting with a therapy dog to improve loneliness?
Absolutely. So loneliness is our primary outcome measure, but we're also going to measure a number of other things, including depression and anxiety and pet ownership history and a variety of variables. And what we're going to do is we're going to look at older adults who have been hospitalized for some other reason, and then we're going to bring our Dogs on Call teams in to visit with them. So they'll get a visit on each of 3 consecutive days that they're in the hospital. We'll measure them before and after each visit, and then we'll measure them 1 month and 6 months later. So what that will do is that will provide us information that allows us to get some, not only information on their hospital stay, but their post-discharge care and also their recovery. So the study itself is a randomized clinical trial with a longitudinal follow-up. Essentially, it's sort of the gold standard for this kind of research that will really help us to answer these critical questions about the degree to which therapy dogs may alter trajectories of change or alter their care in the hospital.
And Dr. G, given this study involves humans and animals, how will you be monitoring them both for their well-being during the study?
Yeah, it's a great question. So the humans obviously have their entire healthcare team monitoring them, but some of those measures are going to be included in the study. So we'll be tracking a variety of well-being measures for the humans. But importantly for this study, we're really going to be looking closely at the welfare and the well-being of the dogs involved. So each dog will be outfitted with the Whistle Fit Tracker, which is a tracking device that fits on their collar, and it monitors, it's a smart device that monitors health and fitness 24 hours a day. So we'll be able to look at how they're sort of interacting in the hospital and also compared to their behaviors outside of the hospital so that we can see the degree to which they're stressed and how their well-being is affected. And also, we're going to have lots of great communication with their handlers to make sure their handlers are assessing their well-being throughout the study as well.
Angela, once we know the results of this study, what do you hope will change?
So, as a result of this pilot study, we're hoping to get a better understanding of what circumstances allow pets to help human health. And can we provide evidence-based recommendations to professionals that are working with people who are impacted by social isolation and loneliness to help them understand when it's best to recommend an animal either in the home or through an interaction program such as the Dogs on Call team to help them as one of the means to work on their mental health issues. So if folks are interested, they can go to waltham.com, so WALTHAM.com to learn more about this study and other related studies that we've done in the past.
Well, thank you so much, Dr. Angela Hughes and Dr. Nancy G. for joining us today, for helping us understand loneliness and this pet therapy study. We appreciate your time.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you.
Welcome to Street Magic. I'm Elizabeth Stanton with some of the most terrifying stunts, extraordinary extreme escapes, and the most amazing cutting-edge magicians you'll ever see in one show. Get ready to have your mind turned inside out. The hand is definitely quicker than the eye.
It's fake!
For fun and adventure, join me on Elizabeth Stanton's Great Big World. Find out where I'll be going next and which celebrities I'll be bringing along with me. I'll show you amazing destinations with lots to explore, and you'll get to know my celebrity guests the way they really are, up close and personal. We'll travel the world, experience new cultures, and together, try to make a difference. I'm Elizabeth Stanton, saying the world's a big place, and I'm going to show it to you.
Follow your favorite extreme sports athletes with the Telly Award-winning show, The Line. If you're an adrenaline junkie and need a daily dose of base jumping, skydiving, highlining, biking, kayaking, and more, then look no further. We've got you covered. Catch JT Holmes, Andy Lewis, Cam Zink, and many more extreme sport athletes here on The Line. Check your local listings for more information.
It's the fastest half hour in television. Toyota's Race Week takes you inside the high-speed world of NASCAR. Go behind the scenes for a look into the high-adrenaline world of motorsports and hear from your favorite drivers as they discuss the drive to a championship. If you love NASCAR, you won't want to miss Toyota's Race Week.
We're so excited to introduce a new brick and mortar store that's going to be opening up here in Eagle super soon. They're just waiting on a little bit of construction, and we've got Brooke Richards here from Antlers and Rose. Brooke, thank you so much for coming in this morning.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
Oh my gosh, and your entire outfit is amazing right now, so I'm so excited to talk about how to buy all of this cute stuff.
Well, thank you. Yeah, as you mentioned, we are opening a brick and mortar in the historical downtown of Eagle, which we're super excited about. Date to be determined, but hopefully in the next couple of weeks. But as of right now, you can shop on our e-commerce platform at shop.antlersandrose.com. We offer women's clothing, accessories, and home decor.
And we were talking earlier because my favorite summer accessory is hats. Mm-hmm. And you have an adorable hat on right now, and then you have some great ones on the table, so you guys have a full hat bar.
We do. We carry the line called Gigi Pip. It's a woman-owned business based out of Salt Lake City. They're beautiful, 100% Australian wool hats. We carry 10 styles, and each style has multiple colors. And then we also have straw hats too for the summer season.
Which I just bought my first Gigi Pip hat. I want to say actually my mom gave it to me for Easter, and it's that like very pale pink that goes with everything. So, I mean, I just can personally say that the Gigi Pip hats are great. Also biased, I came from Utah, so anything that's Salt Lake based, I'm like, I love. And you guys are just opening. You guys are doing some incredible stuff, collecting jeans from all over the country, really supporting women businesses, which is amazing.
Yeah, we're really excited to bring in a vintage Levi's bar. So we source all over the country, a lot from Texas as well. But those original 501, 505s that are very in style right now. And when you find the pair that fits you, they fit you like a glove.
Yeah, which is amazing. And I'm a big Levi's girl. That's like, most of my jeans are Levi's. And I have a hard time finding them to fit, so I'm excited to have someone that has an in so that I can maybe get my hands on some.
I am going to look for you. I'm going to look hard.
I can't wait. I can't wait. I love them so much. And so with this, where you guys are located, you're right there in Eagle, and you guys are going to really do it all. I was looking on your website, and you have some of the most beautiful throws I've ever seen.
Thank you so much. Yeah, we are excited to be opening at 139 Broadway. So it's basically, if you know where Bonfire is, it's on 2nd Street right there, which there's a lot of fun things happening downtown Eagle, a lot of new development. I have a new neighbor, the restaurant called Rome, and it's amazing. You need to go, amazing handcrafted cocktails. So we're excited about the action that's happening downtown. But yes, we have some amazing home decor products. More like small pieces of furniture, so accent tables, side chairs, textiles, throws, pillows, and then great things like coffee mugs and amazing candles, which I brought one for you today.
Oh my goodness, yes. I love, so my roommate and I, huge candle people. Also, I'm a huge mug person.
Oh, yes.
So I'm going to have to come down. I want to come shopping because your dress is from your store.
This is from my store, yes.
And
this is the juniper.
So cute. You have it paired perfectly with your hat and the cute little belts that you have on there. So women right now, if they do want to come shopping, they can make an appointment.
Yeah, so right now I'm still out of my studio apartment in my home. And so I started the e-commerce in November, so we just celebrated 7 months of being online. And then I offered for locals to be able to come and shop by appointment. So one-on-one appointments, which was a great alternative to shopping during our COVID.
During the pandemic.
Yes. Yes.
Which, I mean, then it's personal and it's fun and you get to be like, yeah, that's cute, but like maybe you want to try it in a smaller size or whatever and kind of give them a little bit more style guide. And you guys are going to start doing events at your location soon too.
Yeah, so what has been really popular with my clients is hosting parties. So at our new brick and mortar location, on Mondays and Tuesdays, it will only be available to shop by appointment only. So it wouldn't be like you could just walk in and come shopping. You need to create an appointment. And I'm doing that to kind of carve out time for the clients that really want that one-on-one service about what looks best for their body. And you can also then book parties. So on Mondays and Tuesdays, you can say, I want to get some girlfriends together and come in, and you have the whole space to yourself. It's a really fun experience. And then also, I'm going to be hosting monthly events. Our first event in June, end of June, where we do Botox and bubbles. So I have a physician that comes in and she does Botox to ladies that want it. But it's really fun events. I was telling you about this company that I want to bring in July. It's called Lincoln Lou out of Denver, and they do permanent jewelry. So just fun, unique experiences to kind of offer to our community.
Which I think is something that's so important because we've never really had something like this here in the Vail Valley. I mean, there's some great places to go shopping, don't get me wrong.
Amazing places, yep.
But they don't ever do these cute little events. And I lived in Denver for the last year and a half, and I wanted to do that permanent jewelry so badly. So I will be watching because I want one of those cute little tiny, they're like the most perfect, elegant, simple little bracelets.
Yeah, they're really, really pretty. So they're just tiny and they weld them on, so they're permanent jewelry.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I really feel like with our store, what I'm trying to cultivate is kind of a non-stressful, easy shopping experience. And so I really focus on bringing in, especially for the clothing, quality, timeless, elevated basics that can be transitioned from day to night and season to season. I really want people to say, I bought a top and they can wear it several different ways.
Which is, I mean, I'm a huge shopper, obviously. Like, I like to dress up for my job, and so I am so that way where I'm like, hi, I'm going to buy this one thing at this higher price point or whatever, and I'm going to wear it every season.
Yep.
No matter what. Which the hats, I mean, even though these are wool hats, they're a little bit warm, but they're great for summer. They're great for the shade, and then you can, roll them into fall and into winter and into spring and keep them going year round.
That is my biggest question all the time. Like, well, they're wool, you can't wear them in the summer. They are made to be worn year round. I wore mine in Mexico. Like, I wear mine everywhere, but I do have, for those clients that don't want to wear wool in the summer, the straw hats as well. But what I kind of forgot to touch base on, but with the hat bar, which is really fun. So you can choose a style, and most of the hats come undressed is how I say it. And then you can choose from our hat bar. I have silks and linens and suedes and leathers and feathers and porcupines, and then you can dress it however you want. So the hats typically come undressed, and then you can dress them up. So it's a really fun experience. We do offer branding, so that's my personal hat that I had styled and dressed up. So it's a fun experience, and you can really customize your own individual look.
Yeah, well, and I mean, this one is so pretty. I was talking about this earlier. This color, this band is like my dream color right now. I want a hat just specifically in that color.
In that color, yep. It's beautiful. Yeah, we have, like I said, 10 styles, several different colors. I do have one similar, but you were saying a little more baby blue. I have a really pretty color. It's like kind of like a minxy gray, but it does lend a little gray or a little blue. So you might want to check that one out.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as you open, you let me know, because I will be down there shopping, and you're going to be like, oh, we need to get this girl out of here. She's like buying everything, because I can't even get over your dress right now. I love it.
Well, thank you. And this is kind of a different piece for my store, because typically it's more staples and basics. This is more of a statement piece. But I do feel like, obviously, everyone loves to buy those statement pieces. But really, your wardrobe should be about 80% of staples, basics, things that are easy to get you out the door and you look put together with ease. And then statement pieces are fun to have, about 20% of your wardrobe.
I mean, and it works so perfectly today. The hat combo with your green dress, I absolutely love it.
Thank you.
So we're hoping in the next 2 weeks?
Hoping in the next 2 weeks. I will let everyone know. We do a lot on our Instagram, which is Antlers and Rosé, and then on Facebook as well. But in the meantime, you can still continue to shop online and shop in my studio apartment.
Which I love. Thank you so much for coming in this morning, Brooke. Make sure that if you are in the market for maybe a new hat, because, like, I mean, how could you not want one of these guys? I want this one right now. I'm like in love. Make sure that you go to antlersandrose.com and you buy some cute stuff, and then you watch for them to be open, so that way you can go in and enjoy their shopping parties. Coming up next, we've got just a little Good Morning Vail left.
Each week on the Tech Show, you can look forward to the latest in technology and how you can use it too. We'll also chat with leading experts, and you'll find out if the latest gadget will take my money or not. Don't miss the Tech Show. Tech your local listings.
I'm Tyne Morgan, host of U.S. Farm Report, a weekend tradition since 1975. I invite you to join us each week as we shine a light on agriculture today and the great way of life that can only be found in rural America. Our team travels the roads less taken to give you a unique perspective on an industry that is rooted in incredible diversity. Come along for the ride as we showcase how farming and ranching isn't just a profession, it's a way of life.
Welcome aboard! Bobby Laurie and Nikki Noya have your ticket to everything you need for an on-the-go lifestyle. Grab your boarding pass. It's time to jet set.
Follow your favorite extreme sports athletes with the Telly Award-winning show, The Line. If you're an adrenaline junkie and need a daily dose of base jumping, skydiving, highlining, biking, kayaking, and more, then look no further. We've got you covered. Catch JT Holmes, Andy Lewis, Cam Zink, and many more extreme sport athletes here on The Line. Check your local listings for more information.
High temperatures and low humidity are the name of the game for today and moving on into the week as we take a look at the I-70 corridor here. Denver, you're getting close to 90 degrees. As we increase elevation, we decrease temperature a little bit. Vail at 79, Avon 78, and further west down in Eagle up to 85 degrees. Now looking ahead to the 5-day forecast, expect these warmer temperatures to prevail for the remainder of the week by the time we get to Saturday, all the way up to 83 degrees. So be very careful if you are going camping. The fire danger is going to be fairly high with low humidity and some fairly high winds arriving from a southwestern flow right now of warm weather coming from the Baja of California. So stay cool out there, stay in the shade, and we will be back to close out today's Good Morning Vail.
I'm Clinton Griffiths, the host of Ag Day Television. Get the latest news about crops, livestock, rural living, and so much more from our award-winning team. Follow the food you eat from the field to the store to your table every day, because what's happening on the farm matters to you and your family. Watch Ag Day weekdays.
For fun and adventure, join me on Elizabeth Stanton's Great Big World. Find out where I'll be going next and which celebrities I'll be bringing along with me. I'll show you amazing destinations with lots to explore, and you'll get to know my celebrity guests the way they really are, up close and personal. We'll travel the world, experience new cultures, and together, try to make a difference. I'm Elizabeth Stanton, saying the world's a big place, and I'm going to show it to you.
Follow your favorite extreme sports athletes with the Telly Award-winning show, The Line. If you're an adrenaline junkie and need a daily dose of base jumping, skydiving, highlining, biking, kayaking, and more, then look no further. We've got you covered. Catch JT Holmes, Andy Lewis, Cam Zink, and many more extreme sport athletes here on The Line. Check your local listings for more information.
Welcome to Street Magic. I'm Elizabeth Stanton with some of the most terrifying stunts, extraordinary extreme escapes, and the most amazing cutting-edge magicians you'll ever see in one show. Get ready to have your mind turned inside out. The hand is definitely quicker than the eye.
It's fake!
Heck of a Monday show, Maddie. Heck of a week ahead of us. It's going to be a big week in the Valley.
It's a huge week in the Valley. There are so many activities on this GoPro Games pamphlet that I'm like starting to get lost as I look at it.
Yeah, it can be overwhelming. If you are interested in heading to the GoPro Mountain Games, they kick off this Thursday. Go to mountaingames.com for your full schedule. As I take a look at this thing, I'm seeing 11:40 a.m. on Thursday, June 10th, the Canine Super Wall. That's where the dogs go hopping and scrambling up a little wall. That sounds like a good time. We've got the Slackline show at 2 p.m. Always fun to watch those guys do the flip tricks on those slack lines. The Rocky Dog Trail Run at 5:30. That's always a good time. We get some athletes, some former professional athletes in that. I know Brooks Like from the Washington Capitals in hockey always runs in that, so that's pretty cool.
I mean, that's super cool. So many things are going to be happening. I'm so excited about all of it. Doc Dogs is always my favorite, though.
Yeah, of course. Doc Dogs is the best. Want to give a shout out to Timberline Tours. Thanks for coming on. Check them out. TimberlineTours.com to book yourself an amazing raft trip down the Shoshone.
Well, and Antlers and Rose, they forgot something that they brought the candles, but they make these candles at home, and they are amazing. They smell so good. So they're a local-based candle company, as well as a great place to go shopping.
Antler and Rose. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow.
Each week on the Tech Show, you can look forward to the latest in technology and how you can use it too. We'll also chat with leading experts, and you'll find out if the latest gadget will take my money or not. Don't miss the Tech Show. Check your local listings.
I'm Tyne Morgan, host of U.S. Farm Report, a weekend tradition since 1975. I invite you to join us each week as we shine a light on agriculture today and the great way of life that can only be found in rural America. Our team travels the roads less taken to give you a unique perspective on an industry that is rooted in incredible diversity. Come along for the ride as we showcase how farming and ranching isn't just a profession.